Yes, you read that right. I got accepted into the Harvard Business School and I turned them down. I instead decided to go to my dream school, Wharton, and in this video, I'm going to be going into a little bit of details as to why. Hey y'all, it's Brianna Nicole. I'm a Wharton MBA, MBB consultant, entrepreneur, and I'm here to help you level up your life professionally. Now, before we kick off this video, I want to start by saying this video should not be interpreted as, hi, look at me, I got into one really great school, declined them, and went to another. Instead, this video is all about choosing the life path that is right for you. Let's start with the elephant in the room. It's Harvard. Who would not choose Harvard? I'm here to tell you that choosing the right MBA program is much more difficult than you might think. It's almost as hard as actually going through the MBA application process, preparing for the GMAT or GRE, getting your essays together, your applications, recommendation letters, blah, 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 blah. Once you've actually gotten in, sometimes making that final decision is so difficult. For me, I was accepted not only into Harvard, also into Wharton, and I had a full ride scholarship to go to the U Chicago booth. I ultimately made the decision to go to Wharton based on three key pillars, being the true consultant that I am. Those pillars were community, classroom/professional opportunities, and lastly, geography. Let's start with geography because this was actually the easiest ranking for me. So again, I got into Harvard, which is located in Cambridge, right next to Boston, Massachusetts. I also got into U Chicago Booth, which is located in Chicago. And finally, I got into Wharton, which is located in Philly. I knew that geography was important, not only for personal reasons, but also professionally. I knew that once I got to business school, one opportunity I really wanted to take advantage of was being part of a nonprofit fellowship program. Now, all top schools, M7 programs plus, normally have nonprofit fellowship programs for students to get a taste of what it means to be a board member of a nonprofit organization. That being said, giving my personal passions for educational and economic access for low-income minority students, I knew that the city I picked and the demographics around it were super important for me. Based on that ranking, I really prioritized being here in Philly for Wharton and also being in Chicago at U Chicago Booth, both being very diverse cities where I knew that the key demographics I wanted to give back to were highly present. Now for the personal things. I'm a girl that I like to get my hair done, nails done, go to brunch, go to sporting events, concerts, whatever. And I knew that I did not want to spend 2 years of my life not doing those things. I talked to colleagues and friends who were at each of these schools, and for me, I really found that I was going to be able to have these same opportunities, whether it be in Chicago or Philadelphia, at a level that I just wasn't going to get in Boston. For you, whoever might be watching this, that might not be as important, or maybe you feel comfortable or have the financial means to go off to other cities on the weekends and do those things. But I knew that I wanted to be in the heart of the city where I could take advantage and still have fun in my personal life. Now, that is not to say that Cambridge and Boston aren't fun. I've been several times to visit friends who actually attend Harvard, and I've had a ball. But for my daily personal life and personal things that really add up, it just didn't feel like the city for me. Now, next for the classroom environment, I kind of group classroom and professional opportunities because, being transparent, I am a sponsored consultant. What that means is that my job paid for business school for 2 years for me to obtain my MBA, and then I go back to work after school. So I was not a student who was super involved in the recruiting aspect of the business school journey and experience. I can speak on the classroom experience and how each of these schools, from Harvard to Wharton to U Chicago Booth, were very distinct in how they teach students. Harvard is uniquely known for having a 100% case-based classroom experience. What this means is that for every single class, you read a case about a specific company and their specific context in which they've overcome hardships and have become successful. Or on the flip side, learning from their mistakes. As I mentioned earlier, I'm coming from a background in consulting. I found that this way of learning was too similar to my already very client-based, very company-specific working environment in being in consulting. Instead, I wanted to come to business school and literally have teachers write out frameworks, write out formulas, and we talk from more higher level, and then we go specific on applications of those frameworks and teachings. If any of these insights are helpful for you, let's take a pause, throw me a like, throw me a subscription, This is video number 1 to my longer series where I'm giving you insights into the complete MBA process, from deciding whether getting an MBA is right for you to ultimately deciding where to go for school. Now, UChicago Booth was the complete opposite of Harvard. UChicago prides himself on allowing students to literally build your own adventure. You build your schedule from the ground up, you take classes that you want, and it is completely in your control. I think that is a great opportunity for someone who has been working in their career in their field a little bit longer than myself. I had only been working for about 3 years before coming to business school, and I wanted a little bit more structure in how the classes and majors and concentrations were presented to me. What I like about Wharton is that it feels like a blend of Harvard and UChicago. At Wharton, I get a mix of learning styles from case-based classes, group projects, simulations. We're in the lab. We're getting to work with founders on their businesses and startups and really diving deep into the real-world applications of also the frameworks and formulas that we're learning in the classroom. What I also liked about Wharton is that it had that structure that I just wasn't getting from UChicago. Now, Wharton, unlike Harvard, does not say, hey, you're mandated to take all these classes your first year. However, we do have groupings of types of classes that we have to take. So everyone has to take some sort of legal aspects class. Me, I chose negotiations. Everyone has to take some sort of economics class and business strategy class and communications class. I took one interesting class that was actually learning how to communicate in crisis. So think about Boeing when the flights are going down. How do you as a CEO and global leader come out to the world and come out to your employees and speak upon things like that? For me, the learning opportunities and experience at Wharton really spoke to what I was coming to business school for. And last but not least, my final pillar as to how I was ranking Harvard versus Wharton versus UChicago Booth and ultimately choosing Wharton was community. Community is something that has allowed me to stay at my job even when I'm working 14 hours or I'm on a tough client project. Community is something that when I was interested in an opportunity or moving to a new city, I had community put me on to people and really open doors for me. Community is something that called me to Wharton. Before I got to Wharton, I actually had a close friend of mine. She was a year above me. So she graduated class of 2024. And I would always see her stories on Instagram. Me and her would text about her experience at Wharton. And she would talk so highly of her everyday experience. I'll be honest with you. I was like, this girl is really drinking the Kool-Aid. I don't know if this is true. But when I came for Admitted Students Weekend, I really felt the warmth and the value of community at Wharton. Whether it be having the African American MBA Association really be a backbone to helping me throughout the application process. I had a dedicated buddy who was helping me with my essays, who made sure I was prepped for the TBD process. Whether it be coming to Admitted Students Weekend and really seeing the friendship and the integration on campus where students from different backgrounds, from different countries, from different beliefs and religions, we're really getting together and we're truly friends. And I will say that I have felt that every day while being on campus at Wharton, where I truly feel as though despite how fast an MBA goes by, we only have 2 years, time flies before you know it. Everyone I have come across on campus truly wants to get to know you as a person. They really want to get to know you as a person, as a colleague, and not just as someone who, oh, this might be my future business member, or oh, this might be my future colleague, or oh, this might be a future CEO who can give me a job. No, people truly want to get to know you. They want to know about your family. When they ask you questions, you can tell that they actually want to know the answer and want to listen for the answer. And for me, community has really made all the difference here at Wharton, and I am so indebted to my experience here. I won't say I recommend Wharton to anybody. Again, this video is about choosing the right path that's for you. But for me, Wharton was it. Now you know why I made the big decision to turn down Harvard Business School and attend Wharton. But this does not have to be our last time interacting, bestie. This is only video number 1 out of a 8-part series where I will be walking you through the MBA journey. From deciding whether business school is the right path for you, to understanding how to compare business schools, essay tips, interview tips, and ultimately choosing the right business school for you. If you like this video, hit like, throw some comments down my way if you have questions, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.